Hey everyone, welcome to the last part of our episode 1 walkthrough for making this in RPG Maker MZ. We are going to go out of RPG Maker in terms of the game system, but we are going to look at the file system for this video. This is so that we can give some of those extra little effects we've made on our characters to, kind of draw in a lot more weight and feel. What RPG Maker tends to default to is just the characters lying down on the floor. Now, visually this works for an E for everyone, but this is made for an advanced audience who wants to try and do a little bit more. So we picked out Krita, which is a good free software, and the link of which is in the description for where to go and find. Very safe, very easy to use, and a good alternative to Adobe if you do not feel like going that. First, I'm in the game files right here. So if you look, there is the rpgmakermz file system, and we're in the game. From here, I go into image, and then what I do is I will look at characters. Okay, so as we go down, we can see damage 1. I think my screen is blocking some stuff, so... Alright, as we look towards the editor on it, just to keep your focus, we can see that they're just simply lying down defeated. Typical fantasy RPG setting. But we really wanted to add a little bit more weight to the story. You should know between when somebody is just a little bit scuffed up, knocked out. We also might have bigger consequences in the future, and we want to just kind of edit this sheet or edit some of the characters to really show what can happen to it. Now, you can try drawing in markup. I have not had a lot of success on this with my regular laptop, so I just want to again go into Krita. So as we look up, we see dead 1 and dead 2, and here's the reason for that. So as we go in, we've added some extra effects. If a character gets stabbed with a sword or hit with a mace, we want to see some effects in action. All I've done really is as you open it up, you just have to file open, and then we just need to navigate exactly to where we want to go. And then we can do the damage, whichever setting we're going to do. Let's look at damage 2. Okay. Now I got it open. This is the standard credit settings. For advanced color, I wanted to just make sure I've gotten this red setting right here. Looks good, darkish red. And then I want to make sure I have the freehand brush selected. So it's going to be hard to see on my screen, but if you look at the top left before it, that circle is pretty big. We're going to want to make sure that size is appropriate. I think we're going to want it down as low as... That might be too small, but let's see. And about... Alright, we see this good kingly figure. Let's see. There we go. If he's defeated, this will just be in a little bit of a pool. All there. And again, this might be too harsh or thick as we go. But, whatever blends in, really. I like how messy this personally looks, but look, now we actually have some weight for it. And that's literally all you have to do. So as you file, you are going to save it as, and then we can save it right here in ours. Now, I'm not going to mess with this right now. I haven't determined everyone, but that's a simple way to get a little bit of extra weight to these character sheets. We'll also explore this as we go and edit certain characters throughout the game to see what we're going to do. But alright, once you hit save, that's good. That's it for this video, everybody. Thank you, and happy gaming.